I think we should vote on whether we continue massive tax breaks for billionaires so that Jeff Bezos in a given year doesn't pay a nickel in taxes. I think we should vote on whether we end Citizens United so that billionaires are not able to buy elections as they're doing it right now as we speak. I think we should vote on whether or not Medicare should negotiate prescription drug prices so that we can lower the cost of prescription drugs.
Information has been released for millions of people. Payment schedule for this month has been released from Social Security beneficiaries. Now, here's some big news for you guys that are on Social Security. A new bill is making its way through Congress. It's for pushing for an end to the federal taxes being taken out of Social Security benefits, starting in 2023. Proposed by Democratic Representative Angie Craig, You Earned It, You Keep It Act eliminates federal government taxes on Social Security payments. In an official statement, she said, Social Security is a promise that we have made to the American people. If you work hard and play by the rules, the dignity of a secure retirement will be within your reach. She added that this move would allow seniors to keep the benefits. Craig also argued that the enactment of this legislation will be a solution to help combat rising inflation for those living on fixed incomes. A recent survey by the Senior Citizens League, conducted from January to February of this year, found that 50% of respondents said they used their savings to adjust for inflation, and that many have no savings at all. The Democratic representative proposal comes at a time when fears of Social Security's potential insolvency are growing. The 2021 annual report from the Social Security Board of Trustees noted that the program's reserves will be fully depleted by 2034-2035 if nothing is done to further invest. Craig's proposed act recommends paying for more of the revenue deficit caused by removing taxation from Social Security benefits, raising the cap on combined old age survivors, and disability and insurance taxes. Craig has also been behind a few other pieces of inflation-era legislation, introducing two recent bills that are passed in the House, the Year-Round Fuel Choice Act and the Strengthening the Agricultural and Food Supply Chain Act. She also introduced the Affordable Insulin Now Act to cap out of-pocket costs on the necessary diabetes medication. Retired Americans are also feeling the pressure of return to work due to rising prices in the crisis. Orienting the workforce while earning Social Security benefits can have consequences. Many retirees are considering going back to work to keep up with their expenses. A recent CNBC survey revealed that 70% of retirees said they would consider coming out of retirement. Due to the crisis, 62% said they left the workforce earlier than planned, and some older Americans are accessing their retirement benefits early as well. According to a recent nationwide Retirement Institute survey, over 1 in 4 baby boomers who are currently not receiving benefits are planning on filing for benefits early. So coming out of retirement to work again while earning Social Security benefits will increase your monthly earnings in the short term. It would also keep up with expenses. According to Yahoo News, before you commit to unretirement, you may want to consider a few factors. You need to know when you're full retirement age so you can get full Social Security benefits. The full age is either 66 or 67.
Let's start with this idea. We should be voting on this. We shouldn't be talking about it any longer. Let's vote.
If I could just briefly respond before I give the mic to you about voting.
Can I say one thing about that? Unanimous consent to submit letters and op-ed to the record for Freedom Works Council of Citizens Against Government Waste, American Prosperity, American Tax Reform, and the Cato Institute, as well as an article from the Washington Post.
Without objection.
Thank you, Mr.
Senator Graham, you may or may not know that I have been one of the major proponents in the Senate to have more votes. I like this. It brings forth debate, but I think while we're at it,
You're the chair.
in addition, I'm the chairman of this committee, not the majority leader.
But the most important thing my plan will do right away is save your family money. And here's what I mean. Under my plan, which is before the Congress now, we can take advantage of the next generation of electric vehicles that a typical driver will save about $80 a month from not having to pay gas at the pump. If your home is powered by safer, cheaper, cleaner electricity like solar or heat pumps.
Hold on a second, folks. Will a $2,000 stimulus check be available for every American? Well, in this video, I'll be answering the question. As we all know, prices are soaring at the fastest rate that many Americans have ever seen, making one of the most popular tax credits for lower income workers all the more relevant, and that's the Earned Income Tax Credit. But while millions of taxpayers are eligible for the Earned Income Tax Credit, this particular tax break is among the trickiest. IRS Commissioner Chuck Reddick actually told lawmakers that the credit has an error rate of 25%. And the Earned Income Tax Credit is actually one of the largest refundable tax credit for the country's lowest paid workers. And workers don't have to owe taxes to receive the credit. And many taxpayers receive more money through the credit than they pay in federal income tax. All of that means the credit can either be reduced or the total taxes individuals owe, or give them more money in the form of refund. Now folks, listen to this. The size of the total credit each worker is eligible. The size of the total credit that each worker is eligible for depends on his or her annual income, the number of children, and their filing status. For taxes filed in 2022, the maximum credit workers can claim ranges from $1,500 to $6,700. But even if you don't have a child, you can still qualify for the credit. Meanwhile, the so-called childless workers can receive a credit nearly 3 times larger than what it used to be, from $538 in 2020 to $1,500 in 2021. That is thanks to new crisis-era expansions. So unless extended in a new legislative package, workers, however, who don't have children will see a maximum credit worth $560 for taxpayers' 2022 filings. And the most important eligibility requirement is having some form of earned income in order to be eligible for this credit. And the April 18th deadline, everybody, is the deadline to file your 2021 taxes. But it's also your last chance to file for an old unclaimed tax refund from 2018. The IRS has announced it has estimated $1.5 billion worth of unclaimed tax refunds from more than 1.5 million Americans who didn't file their tax returns this year. The median unclaimed tax refund from 2018 is $813. Now most tax returns, everybody, are issued in less than 21 calendar days, but certain cases require additional time to review. According to the IRS, the Where's My Refund tool on the IRS website, the most up-to-date information regarding your refund status. The IRS states that some refunds from 2020 tax returns may actually require additional review, mainly those using incorrect recovery rebate credit amounts or 2019 income to figure the Earned Income Tax Credit and additional child tax credit when you file.
You can save about $500 a month on average. Don't take my word for it. The CEOs of 11 of America's largest utility companies came to see me at the White House several weeks ago. They told me if we pass my plans before the Congress now, typical families will see savings show up in their utility bills immediately. Costs will come down even more as we innovate and develop cutting-edge energy storage technologies, clean hydrogen technology, advanced nuclear technology, carbon capture and sequestration technologies. And by the way, this week's the benefit I included in the bipartisan infrastructure law to help families weatherize their homes are being delivered. My administration is making $3.2 billion available from this legislation to provide up to $6,500 direct payment for working class families to be able to weatherize their homes.